Hey everybody, welcome back to the Miniac, and if you're ready for some fun, we're going to search for an R50. You heard me correct, the 118 to 120 horsepower, the little car, the one that was slower, the one that started it all. We're going to look for an R50, but I'm looking for specifically something with a manual, something with decent mileage, and something that's going to be kind of cool looking. So we're not necessarily looking for a John Cooper Works in this instance, but we're looking for something fun. So definitely a manual. Now here's the thing. 2002 to 2004, they used a 5-speed Midlands, which was known to be a little bit problematic. I would ideally like to avoid that. So I'm looking at possibly 2005 to 2006 with the 5-speed Getrag, which is a better transmission. So let's dive in. So as you can see, we are back on Autotrader, and there are 78 matches, but a lot of them are Cooper S as well, and some convertibles. So we're gonna skip the convertibles this time around. So I'm looking for an R50. So there's one. I don't know where this car was last time I was looking. So there's an R50, let's see. A little slim. I know where that car is. Okay. There's quite a few out there. But again, we're looking for something very unique in this instance, because it's not necessarily something that people are typically looking to buy, which is kind of unusual because that's kind of the cool, fun little hatchback to have, is the Cooper. Just a little quirky car. Just a little putt around town kind of car. So we'll see what we can get. Okay, there's a handful. There are a handful. All right. Where were all these cars when I was doing my search last time? Some of them are in decent shape. Some of them make me question my sanity. Okay, I'm not seeing a ton that I really am over the moon about, but I mean, we'll see. And of course, my computer decides it wants to go on the fritz. There's a new one I didn't see before. We're just for kicks, I'm going to look at this car. Where were all these last time I was looking? Why didn't I see them? All right. So while we're waiting for the thing to get out of the seizure mode that it's in, here is a 2006 Cooper, British Racing Green, 5-speed manual, beige interior. Looks pretty nice. Very nice, very clean, very tidy. I like the beige. 2006, so this has the 5-speed Getrag again. Look at that interior. Neat looking interior. It has the chrono pack and the manual, so this is getting bonus points now. And the sunroof. 121,000 miles, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Engine bay looks good. Nice and clean. Wheels look good. Needs new center caps on the wheels. Those actually do fall off from time to time because they're only held off adhesive, so there's that possibility. This car was built June of 2006. So there you have it. There's one. Move on to the next one. A little crispy. We're going to mix that one. This one I'm going to nix only because it has the automatic transmission. This is the CVT transmission. This is the one that had a class action lawsuit. You don't want to buy that transmission. You want the manual. You have to have the manual. You don't want to get anything else. This one, holy smoke, 20,000 miles, 10,950, 20,000 miles. Aftermarket wheels, American flag on the roof, that's kind of cool. Ooh, that's kind of neat. 2002, so this is a first year. First year for the U.S. market, that is. Did it have aftermarket struts put on, or did they fail? They look like they pushed through. Now here's the thing with the first gens. You also have to worry about the mushrooming strut towers and the torn strut mounts. Those do happen with this car. So that is something to consider when you're getting these vehicles. That's a cool one, just not as cool as I want. So we're going to skip that. This one looks a little crispy as well, and it looks like there's part of the bumper missing. So we're going to nix that too. This one, Pilates Studio. If you're going to be selling your car, why would you leave the vinyl on it? And apparently the car is white, but no. California car. Looks okay. I'm not a fan of the Motegi wheels. I'm going to nix that too. Nix that one. I want something specific if we're going to do this. No, that's okay. It is a 5-speed manual. It's a 2004, so it does have the Midlands, but I don't want the Midlands. Don't like the wheels. Color's okay. Really high mileage, and it's a CVT. Cut that one too. That one's been modified. Nix that one. Nix that one. This could be a bit of a challenge. Nix that one. That one. 2003, it still has the Midlands. But this looks pretty clean, though. Cloth interior. It's not... It's okay. No, I don't like that. It's hard being specific when you're looking for something. This one's been ruined. It has a JCW body kit on it, but it's been ruined. No. Nope. Okay, now I added this in here just because I wanted to look at it. This is a 2003 Mini Cooper S with a JCW body kit, and it's just beautiful. 6-speed manual. I mean, where was this car last time? Where was this car when I was doing the R53 search, huh? Holy smokes. Look at that. Beautiful car. Really pretty car. R112 wheels on it too. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. 14,980, 74,000. That's really low mileage too. All right, we got a green one. Let's go to cars.com. We got a base Cooper here. We're going to skip over that one, skip over that one. Ooh, that's interesting. That's interesting. No, 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 no. All right, so cars.com. This one is a little on the raunchy side. This one caught my attention earlier, and it's only because it has the white Holy wheels on it, which are really kind of cool. And this just has a nice look to it. I can't tell if the hatch is popped open or if there's damage to it, though. I don't know. Ooh, that's a nice one. That's a nice one. Ah, CVT. Oh, that hurts. Nope, can't do it. CVT. Goodbye. This one has aftermarket headlights, so no. All right, 2006 Mini Cooper. This is the car. British Racing Green, beige interior, 5-speed manual. That's a 5-speed Getrag, not the Midlands. But let's see if Bring a Trailer has anything that would be comparable. They do not. Okay, so that means this is the car. Now let's go back and look at the photos again just to be absolutely sure. Everything looks pretty good. You're going to still have to look for things that are a little on the wonky side. Front bumper's a little off, so that would have to be adjusted. Taillights don't look too bad. It has the rear fog light. There's a plus. It has that tan interior, which is kind of cool. It's British Racing Green, which is also very cool. I'm not a fan of these wheels, but you can always change them with this car. The thing that's the big selling point on this one is it has the chrono pack, which I really like. And the mileage is not bad for what is effectively almost a 20-year-old car. Engine looks good. I don't see anything terribly wrong with the strut towers. That bumper alignment does concern me because there could be a number of things. There's a little tiger striping going on there. I don't know why these are cheap Westlake tires. I would get rid of those in a heartbeat. All right, so that concerns me a little bit, but I can fix that with a little realignment on the bumper. All right, let's see if there's a maintenance history on this car. This auto shop is in safety recall. It's probably the, if there's a safety recall for this generation, it's probably the seat mat sensor on the passenger side. That was a known issue. Dealership has decent reviews. It's in Ohio, Mason, Ohio. So let's look at the vehicle history. Open recall, yeah. No accidents, though. That means it's had its front bumper taken off at some point. Or another possibility is they didn't latch the bonnet correctly when they put it back down, because there were 2 latches, one on each side, and the release is underneath the driver's side headlight, as I recall, but the pull lever to open it is on the passenger side in the car. So you have that. How many owners has this car had? Only 4 in 20 years. So that's about 1 owner every 5 years. That's not bad. I don't like the Westlake tires on it. The car apparently originally was in North Carolina, then Texas, then Connecticut. Spent a lot of time in Connecticut. Then Ohio. And that's where it is now. So there you go. Where's that recall? Yep, front passenger seat occupancy sensor mat. Yep. So there you go. That's an easy thing. It's a recall. It's been going on since 2015. So you know you need to get it fixed. Easy fix. Just take it in and have them do it. They'll do it under warranty. So you're not going to pay for that. Now, it is an R50, so you do have to look for things like, if you go to Outmotoring, you can look at the Gen 1 stuff. So control arm bushings, the upper hydraulic engine mount, the radiator overflow tank, and I recommend getting the aluminum one. I wish I had done that. The strut mounts, again, control arms, A-pillar trim. You don't have a supercharger in this one, so you don't have to worry about the supercharger on this one. Glove box latch. There's all sorts of stuff here just for this car. Gaskets for the side mirrors. Those tend to fail too. I didn't see anything to indicate there was a problem with this one. The wheel arches. I mentioned the tire striping on the wheel arches. Let's look at that. They got the wheel arches. They even have thermostats. So wheel arches. Let's select my wheel arch. I'm looking for a front left. $52. That's pretty good. That's just for the bonnet section. So front large, front right, $52. The back section's $52. The front section's $52. You get what I mean. Everything's easy to fix. So there you have it. $75 for the rear ones. Okay, he has all the parts. Outmotoring has all the parts. There you go. So that's the car right there. That's the one that's going to go in the Dream Garage. And it is $3,997. $53 a month if I were to finance it for 72 months. It actually would be kind of fun just to finance one of these for that amount of time, just for the hell of it. I mean, $53 a month just to have a little Mini Cooper to drive around in. That's just a base model. I mean, it has halogen headlights, so it doesn't have the xenons. It's decently equipped. I did notice some cuts in the front bumper that make me concerned. This car, oh, okay, well, this changes everything. Oh, this car was dragged behind an RV. You're not supposed to do this with a Mini. You're not supposed to flat tow a Mini. So that explains why the front bumper's not attached correctly. I just noticed there's a piece of trim missing, so. Crud. All right, well, so there you have it. It's a little hard to find an R50 Cooper for the Dream Garage. So let's see if there is something better out there. I need to be a little more specific. Let's go back. Used car. Okay. Let's look at mileage. I want under 100,000 miles. Let's see what happens. And I want manual. That would have been the perfect car. But someone had to do that and ruin that car. Okay, maybe this one will be the car. All right, we're back on our search again. I don't know why people do that. Why do you flat tow a car? Why? You don't flat tow Mini Coopers. You're going to break them if you do that. Oh my gosh, people are... No, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. Just don't do it. Don't flat tow a Mini Cooper. Just because someone says you can doesn't mean you should. All right, so we're back to this one with the American flag. I don't like that one as much. This one, $3,950. Mirrors are not great. It has the CVT. No. I don't know why they said it had a manual. It doesn't. All right. So, it's not the Getrag. It's the Midlands. It's very expensive. It's $10,950, but it only has 20,000 miles on it. It's chili red, white stripes, American flag on the roof, so kind of cool. Yep, that's the car. All right, so I had to make a change. We're going to make this one the car. Front bumper looks good, alignment looks good, engine bay looks good. I'm a little concerned about the strut mounts, but like I said, that's easy to fix. Unless it has coilovers on it, that could be the part, that could be the reason why it's doing that. I don't see any indication it does. All right, there's the car. So last minute I call an audible. We're going to get that one. We're going to add another chili red car to the Dream Garage. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, this is a good little car. Needs a little work here and there. Probably needs the strut mounts replaced. Probably needs a few other little things. I mean, it is a 23-year-old car. So there's that. But there you go. There's the car for the Dream Garage. Go to, where is this dealership located? This dealership is located at Foster Chevrolet Cadillac in Sandusky, Ohio. So go to Sandusky, Ohio, Foster Chevrolet Cadillac, and buy this one. And it's no sunroof, so you don't have to worry about the clogged rain gutters or rain drains. So won't have to have a footwell module issue. All right, I need a break from R chassis cars, but I think I'm going to go to R52 next. So we're going to do the convertible. And I could get a Cooper convertible, but I'm not going to. I'm going to get a Cooper S convertible. So stay tuned for that video when I tackle that car. But thanks for watching, and as always, if you like what you see, check out more content on this channel at the end of this video. Maybe I should go up to the F cars now.